Hi crafty friends, Irene here with Artemis Made, and I'm really excited that you're here with me today. We are doing a hop for Trinity Stamps and showcasing these incredible emergency card essentials die sets 1 and 2. Look how many dies are in these sets. They blow my mind. I can't even express how amazed I am by all the amazing things you can do. There are layout dies, there are smiley faces, there are ornaments, there are pop-ups. They are created to work with those Sassy's LLC emergency card kits. They work beautifully with the sentiments, and they are available on Sassy's LLC. Make sure you check her out. That's Sarah Liz. She is just a doll. But these card kits are amazing, and the dies, I cannot say enough good things. They have blown my mind. But today I am focusing on a few of them because honestly I have so many ideas that I needed to narrow it down. So I figured, you know what, let's bring it down to basics. So what you see me doing here is using the smaller of the two hexagon layering dies. I love that these are layering because I like a good mat behind whatever it is I'm, using a sentiment for. So, but in this case, I'm not using them for sentiments. I'm using them to create my own pattern, which is really fun because you can do whatever you want with it. You can use pattern paper with it. You can do outlines, whatever it is that you can imagine, you go for it. So I am using the darker orange here and lining it up, and I'm just using my T-square ruler there just to kind of make sure that it's even along the sides. And then I'm putting some glue on the back with my precision glue press, also available from Trinity Stamps. I swear by that thing. I'm just kind of butting them up against each other and working on that pattern. And you can see it start taking shape here. I really liked the idea of making my own pattern and of doing it with all of these different colors that are, lights and darks, but that coordinate really, really well together. Now they are bold like this together, but you're going to see later on, I am going to find a way to kind of tamp them down a little bit, but still let them have their moment. So as I was putting this together, you'll notice I have an empty spot. So what I ended up doing is once I trimmed down all these different sides, I cut out one more of the lightest, the seafoam or sea green, I believe, the cardstock. I cut out one more piece and then I added it to the bottom. So here you just see me trimming off all the different excess pieces, and I kept those pieces because, waste not, want not, right? So I want to make sure I can use those for another project later on. Now, I'm going to share something here that I haven't talked about before, and that is my organization process for my cardstock. Now, whenever I need a new piece of something because I don't have the right size, I'll take out a full size sheet. I will cut it in half so that I have enough for one card base, and then I will take the other half and cut it into two card fronts. Now, on the front of my plastic sheet here, I keep all of the little scraps, and on the back, I keep those card bases. That way, I always have a full-size card base, and I have the scraps available to me in the front. And I always keep the similar colors together so that I always know what I need whenever I need it. It's available to me, and I still have both card bases and card scraps. Very handy. Now I'm going to grab my bone folder and burnish all that cardstock down so I know it's nice and stuck on there. And you can see this is what it looks like when it's done. Now I'm grabbing the largest of my three rectangular layering dies. Now you might ask yourself, do I really need more layering dies? Do I really need more nesting dies? Yes, you do. And here's exactly why. Look at that gorgeous beveled edge. It is so, so pretty. And it's elegant, it's classy, but it's also really fun. So I used the largest of the three for my background panel where I made my own pattern. And then I'm going to take the smallest of the three. And here I'm just kind of layering it up to see how much of that background is still going to show. And you're going to find out what I'm doing with that in a moment. But first, I grabbed the new Trinity Sketched Nativity stamp and die set. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous stamp set. It has these beautiful bold lines that really bring impact and drama to the scene that you can create with this stamp set. So here I'm kind of showing you how gorgeous it is and how large it is. It is 5.5 inches tall and about 3 3/4 inches wide at its widest part. That is a big stamp, okay? So it really does a great job of taking up a lot of real estate on your card front. And because of the style of it, you can just do a lot of different things. Now you just saw me use my anti-static powder tool to make sure that I get all of the oils and things off of the vellum that I'm using. Now that vellum is what I mentioned that I am going to use to kind of bring down the intensity of that background pattern that I created. So here I am inking this up with Versamark embossing ink, and I'm stamping down my image, and it was a one and done stamp. Like, that's how beautiful this is. I just did one impression and I was golden. Now, I say I was golden, but in fact, you can see here, I'm going to be silver in a moment. But regardless, it's perfect. So while I get to emboss this image and show you the magic of embossing, of heat embossing, I'm also going to tell you about how you have an opportunity to win a $25 shopping spree to Trinity Stamps. I know, it's exciting. So all you have to do is hop along through the playlist and soak up all that incredible inspiration from these super talented designers. And when you look in the description box, you'll see a link for a brief form that you can fill out, and that will register you for the contest. It is open through October 22nd, 2024, and Trinity will announce the winner on the 23rd. And if you could like and subscribe along the way as you hop, we would really, really appreciate that. So here you see I'm using the smallest of my three rectangular nesting dies, again with those really cool borders that you can see right there. And I cut out my vellum layer. That is going to go on top of that colored pattern that I make. And you see how it kind of brought down that color, but you can still see it, and it still is, it's beautiful and it shows through, and it actually adds color to the image without taking away from either the front part or the back part of my focal point. So right there you saw me adding some little bitty tiny glue dots using my precision glue press. Wasn't sure how well it was going to work, but I'm very pleasantly surprised that I was able to get the glue on there and stick it down nicely without that glue showing through. If you've tried putting glue on vellum before, you know what a difficult challenge that can be. So then I moved on to adding some some tape, double-sided tape strips to the back of my panel so that I can get it adhered to my A2 size card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And if you can hear thunder rolling, I apologize. There is a heck of a storm going on right now. So anyway, here I am just kind of holding on to my little strips and making sure I get it all nice and aligned, and then I can pull the strips off and make sure that it is fully stuck down. So this is my card front complete. So I need a sentiment, but you don't always have to have a sentiment on the outside of your card. I thought about it, but I just decided, you know what? I'm going to let the outside speak for itself. I'm going to put my sentiment on the inside. And I was trying to find a nice way to present this sentiment from the Elegant Christmas Sentiments stamp and die set. I'm using Prince of Peace. And I didn't want to just stick that on the inside. I wanted it to have some kind of resonance because this is such a powerful image and such a beautiful card. So I decided I wanted to use more of my Emergency Card Essentials dies. And you see there are 3 that layer up together again. Isn't that cool? So I stamped on the white, and then I layered the white on my orange color, and then I put the orange over that dark turquoisey green color. So you can use these as layering dies. You can use 1 or 2 of them. Either way, however you choose to do it, they are just so perfect. And this way I was able to take some of the color from outside of the card and bring it inside. And I was able to add that beautiful scallop frame basically around my sentiment on the inside of the card. And like I said, I think it gave it some gravitas, if you will, because this is a, it's a special card, right? So there I was able to really make that sentiment stand out. So here is the finished card project. I have my sentiment on the inside using these Emergency Card Essentials dies, and you can see that border around the outside. I'm so happy with this set. trust me, you need these sets. They're incredibly handy. So thank you so much for hopping along. Please make sure you check out the others. You are going to be so inspired. We really appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And I hope you decide to go grab some paper and craft something that really makes you smile. Until next time, friends. Bye.